for 4,800 ringgit. I'm shocked.
But it is same for us. Our income was also 16,000 ringgit, but our tax was lower than 200 ringgit.
Wait, what? How?
That's the power of structure.
You are using a company while Amira's under a trade association. I think we need to go to LHDN office to solve this problem.
Let's go. Assalamualaikum. Hi, Bakish.
Hi Dahlia, what are you doing here?
Wait, let me introduce my friend. Come. This is Bakish, our LHDN officers for today. She will solve your problems, Husna. Don't worry.
So, what is the problem?
Look at this. Our company's income was 16,000 ringgit, which is 14,000 ringgit in expenses and 20,000 ringgit in profit. We paid 24%, which is 4,800.
Our income also the same, which is 16,000 ringgit. But only 30,000 ringgit from the seminar fee are taxable. The other 30,000, which is subscription fee, are exempted.
That's correct. Under section 53, subsection 2, trade association are taxed like a 40%. If they are resident, they are taxed as individuals.
And companies like Husna pay at 24% flat and no exemptions.
Exactly. Trade association get exemption from member subscription under exemption order 1995, but income from non-members for similar fees is taxable.
So now, let's show the actual calculation. Ready?
Yes! Here's the calculation. There are 4 steps. The first step is to calculate the common expenses. The formula is gross income divided by total gross income multiplied with common expenses. The common expenses is 12,000. So 30,000 is gross income, which is subscription fees. 30,000 divided by 60,000 total gross income multiplied with 12,000, the common expenses. Then we will get 6,000. Next, we will calculate the capital allowance. The formula is same with common expenses. So the capital allowance is 5,000. We use the 30,000 divided by 60,000 and multiply with 5,000. We will get 2,500 for capital allowance. Next is third step, is to calculate taxable seminar income. The formula is subscription fee minus with common expenses minus with capital allowance. The subscription fees is 13,000. 30,000 minus with 6,000 and also minus with 2,500. Then we will get 21,500 for taxable seminar income. Lastly is to calculate the tax rate. Since Amira is a resident, so we will use a scale rate. Here's the calculation for scale rate. So, the total tax payable for Amira is RM195 ringgit. Let's conclude the actual calculation for Amira's company that registered under trade association.
I paid 4,800 ringgit and Amira only paid 195 ringgit. That's a huge difference.
Be patient. Same income but different tax rules based on structure and also purpose.
As the director of private limited company, I pay a flat 24% tax rate under Section 4A of the Income Tax Act 1967. That rate applies to all my income regardless of whether it comes from seminar fees, memberships, style services, or product sales. Unlike trade associations, companies do not receive any exemptions on income, not even for educational event or memberships related contributions. While small companies may qualify for a lower SME tax rate, my company does not meet the requirement due to our higher paid-up capital. We also don't have the benefit of apportioning expenses between taxable and exempt activities. because our entire income is considered taxable. So, even if our business is similar in nature to a trade associations, we are taxed under a completely different sets of rules. In business, we accept that structure determines tax, but it is important for company owners to understand how different entities are treated, especially when exploring options for funding or organizing programs.
My trade association is registered under Section 53, Subsection 3 and is structured to support the businesses of our members. We are not for profit and do not distribute earnings. Our main objective is to represent and uplift our members through training, events, and networkings. Our biggest advantage is under Income Tax Exemption Order 1995, where income from member subscriptions is completely exempted from the tax. This allows us to focus on delivering value to the members without worrying about the tax on core funding. However, income from public activities like seminar tickets or sponsorships remain taxable under business income. So, it is important that we separate our source of income properly, otherwise, we could lose our exemption. We also care not to distribute profit, and all income must be used to benefit our members directly. That's the difference between our structure and a commercial company. The tax treatment reflects that purpose.
As an accountant managing a trade association, I focus on compliance and accuracy. The most important thing is to separate member income from public income because only member subscriptions are tax exempt. If these records are mixed or not documented well, the exemption under the Income Tax Exemption Order 1995 could be denied. Associations must also track how shared expenses like rent and staff time relate to taxable versus exempt income. Good governance means keeping detailed receipts, invoice, and membership registers. If a trade association claims benefits, it must be able to justify how it earned and spent every cent. That's how we protect the association and its exemption rights. My advice is simple. Treat tax records like financial health checks. When they are clean, clear, and complete, not only does the tax process go smoothly, but the association gains credibility and trust.
From RRB perspective, or known as LHDN, trade associations are given tax exemption to help them support their members, but only if they follow the law strictly. Section 53 subsection 3 defines the qualifying structure, and the only exemption only apply to subscription income from members. Income from external parties like non-members, public event, advertising, or hall rentals is still taxable. And for an association to qualify for individual tax rate, instead of 30% flat, it must be resident in Malaysia with local control and management. We also look at whether expenses and capital allowance are apportioned fairly. If a tax-exempt bodies try to deduct 100% of costs, while only part of their income is taxable, that will be a red flag. Our job is to ensure fairness and protect the integrity of the exemption system. At LHDN, we encourage transparency and proactive compliance. Associations that operate with integrity and proper record are more likely to retain their exemption and avoid unnecessary compliance.
Maybe I should open trade association and skip company tax.
Only if you serve its members and not for the profits, and no dividends.
And make sure you separate income from members and non-members clearly. It is required to maintain the exemption.
The tax system reward purpose, but misuse it will audit.
Okay, lesson learned. Company pay full tax, 24%, no shortcuts.
Trade association can be exempt if done right.
Structure, records, and purpose decide your tax.
Same event, different tax. Know your structure. Pay right.
Bye!